In this video, we're going to put 4 operating systems on one PC. Would we be able to have each operating system boot, including Windows? Keep watching to find out. As you may have heard in the NixOS video, I have announced that I bought the new 2021 MacBook Pro with the M1 Max chip. As I have started daily driving this new laptop, my older desktop was only used for experimenting with older and x86 based software, as well as gaming. In other words, this presents less risk for doing something as drastic as multi-booting the desktop. Now, I've already dual booted the machine with Windows 11 and Arco Linux, so for this experiment, I'm going to be installing Ubuntu Unity and Gentoo on 2 separate partitions.
Right, so we're going to start on Ubuntu Unity because that's relatively the most easiest to install compared to Gentoo. Something that I wanted to happen on my Mac uses Ubiquity. So we'll just go through the guided setup and get everything installed. So we'll install the software mounted. We're gonna unmount them because that's probably where we're gonna put our operating systems right there. If one of those are not flash drives. Okay. So this is something I never dealt with. I have no idea what's going on here and why it's not behaving. We ran into this, so at least we got some content from this. Partition. Probably uninstalled from Ubuntu Unity. I don't really know the procedure. I looked it up on like if it was done before, but there's no really documented uses for it. It's actually, I got an idea from like a Linux meme, so this is done.
Now, I did have some problems with grub. It failed to install. However, it had grub from Arch, so I used Arch to grub to boot into this. So it wasn't all for loss. And I tried to just make sure I have a good installation. I tried reinstalling it a bunch of times, even repartitioned the disks a little bit. But I have a functional desktop, so that's something. So I was like looking online and it says you can just reinstall the bootloader and it'll be fine, so let's take a look at this. We have Yaru and Yaru Dark. Got the lake. I like the lake one. We got a light green color. We got a flower theme. Countryside. Set this to the blue theme. Check out the tweak tool. What else do we have here? Oh, you have the, if I click this, you get a nostalgic look. The ones that you would see a la 2014 on all that. Yeah. This is Ubuntu Unity and just works like the original Ubuntu with the GNOME desktop. It just has the older interface installed. So yeah, that's Ubuntu Unity for you. It's a good, just works distro. Alright, so on Gentoo, I'm surprised I even got here. So at first I manually compiled the kernel, it didn't work, did gen kernel, made that work. And after that, I had to mess around with the grub settings. I was able to boot into Gentoo and I basically copied the Arco Linux DWM files and just installed that. And so far it works. That's the best thing about window managers, is that you can just copy from distro to distro. Compiled neofetch. All this was compiled from the ground up, except for Firefox right here, because that takes like a century to compile. I can't really play Steam games on it because I don't know, I haven't really gotten it to work. Every time I tried getting into Half-Life 2, it looks blurry and slow. I don't know what happened. Guys, comment, like, subscribe. But I didn't really make a M1 review as I promised in the last video because I needed a year to get a full picture of it, but I'm thinking about taking a look at old Windows versions and just exploring them. See you later. Alright, so I didn't realize that I had video of this being completed. I didn't realize I lost footage of this because I set it to MOV instead of MP4. So yeah, this is Ubuntu Unity. I did have trouble with it. Grub kept failing to install, but however I read online that it was completed after